So, good day everyone. So, before we're going to start our assemble and disassemble of your units, so we need to learn first the safety, no, that we need to um, learn in order for us to be safe when conducting laboratory exercises or laboratory works. Okay, so if you can see, okay, so we have here a protector, respiratory. These are just some of the um, equipments now that are used for our own safety when we are inside the laboratory. Okay, so take note that we're going to follow the um, 12 OHSP. Okay, these are now the health and safety precautions. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to do is number one, you're going to work with company, so do not work alone, so that there is someone who can take care of you in case of emergency. Okay, so you need to work in partner. You should have a partner. Okay, just in case whatever happens to you there, so somebody can attend to your needs. Okay, if in case there are some accidents that may happen. Okay, then second, always power off the computer and unplug the computer before working on it. So take note that you are not going to turn off your computer, especially when you are opening the case. You are disassembling anything in your case because it has a power supply. Even though it is only 12 volts in maximum, but it can still trigger an accident. Okay, so make sure that you're going to turn off your unit, especially when you're going to open the case. So it is prone to grounding. So it is very important that you're going to turn it off. Now, number three, take away any liquid near your working area to avoid getting electrocuted or accidentally damaging computer parts. Okay, so take note that liquid, especially water, is a good conductor of electricity. That is why you need to put it away from your yeah, or or in the parts of your units that you are assembling and disassembling. Okay, because it will cause an accident, or it will cause um, it will cause the burning of your devices, especially if it will ground, in your devices. So make sure, or in your or in the components of your system unit, so make sure that liquid is, or as much as possible, try to avoid putting liquid near the components, okay, or any parts of your computer. Then number four, be careful with tools that may cause short circuit. Okay, so like for example, metallic um, tools, like for example the screwdriver. Okay, so when you're going to hold a screwdriver and you're going to um, touch it to some parts of your computer, like for example in the motherboard, okay, or touching any parts there, so make sure that you are touching at the plastic part of your tools, okay, not in the metal part, so that it will not cause any damage to you, and it will not cause any accident, okay, or any possible short circuits. Okay, next is number five, always ground or discharge yourself before touching any part of the computer. Okay, that's very important. So take note that our body is also a pathway of electricity. Okay, so any electric charge can also pass through our body. So make sure that you are grounding yourself. That is why it is important to use um, the what do you call this one, the wrist, okay, uh, that is being attached to the any metallic part of your um, it could be in your CPU, or it could be anywhere that is something that is metallic, so that you are always grounded. Okay, now the next, number six, do not use excessive force if things don't quite slip into places. Okay, do not force to fit it in, it, especially if the it is a male, okay, male part, because ang tendency baka mabali itong male part nga pin. Okay, take note that computers naka ano na siya, no, na siya yung mga shapes. Okay, so it would be hard, or it would be tawag ani kanang impossible if di siya mag-fit kasi naka ano siya, na siya particular naka shape, no. Like for example, if the shape is square, so it match, no, nga square po itong iyang sa kanan. Now if it is some kind of parang na ay naka cut ang iyang edge, no, sa especially for kaning sa mga SATA, no, ang edge na naka-cut man, so naka-fit po na dito. Okay, and sometimes na siya yung mga label, no, like for example the reset button, you have the LED na siya yung mga label, so dili ka mawala yun. Okay, for your also katong video card and then RAM, so nato yung mga saksakanan, so naka-fit into dito, so do not force if it will not fit. Okay, make see to it that tama ang yung mga pag install or pagsaksak, like for example sa RAM, no, nakatama ang yung or yung placement. Now number 7, clean the area before and after using it to maintain sanitation and prevent accidents. Always clean your area, like for example your tools, keep your tools, kaya baka mahulog na siya, maka-aksidente pa na, no, so maka-cause pa na og accident. And then number 8, hold the components on the edge and do not touch the integrated circuits parts. So when you're going to touch a component, like for example the RAM, no, do not touch the gold part of the RAM because it is sensitive, no, and that will also cause trouble to your RAM. So make sure that you are touching the plastic part, okay, especially for the integrated circuits. Do not touch all those metallic parts. So number 9, always wear personal protective equipment, PPE, okay, in accordance with the organization OHS procedures and practices. Okay, so you are going to wear PPS, like for example wearing gloves, okay, and other personal protective equipments. Then number 10, make sure that the pins are properly aligned when connecting a cable or connector. Okay, so pins should be properly aligned. Otherwise, if it is not properly aligned, therefore the possibility will be katong mga pins is mga bali siya. Okay. Now, number 11, contingency measures during workplace accidents, fires, and other emergencies are recognized. So, napunta yung mga contingency measures. Now, if you're going to look at your sims, there are actually drills there. What you're going to do if in case there are accidents, or there are fires, or it could be earthquakes, no, possible calamities, no, during laboratory. So, there are also contingency measures. Now, use brush or compressive air blower in cleaning the computer system. So again, do not use what? Rag. Okay, kanang mga trapo. Do not wipe it. It's better to brush it rather than having a compressed air or blower to clean the dust, no? Kasi mag-abog magina siya sooner later. And also, kung abog po na imuhang magka-cause po na siya og sometimes nagalag, it's because ang abog, no, it will stop the conductivity of your let us say the flow of your electricity, no, sa imuhang system. So that is why it's important to clean using your brush and compressed air blower. Okay, then the next one, during PC assembly and disassembly, okay, again you always practice the 12 OHSP, and then okay, you have to have your pen and paper ready for documentation purposes, and then make sure that your tools are there or close by and handy, and be sure to have a container to keep the screws in, So again, you have to cluster your screws, okay, para dili siya, di ka maglibog, no, kung asa ni nga para sa asa ni nga screw, okay. Then make sure you have the resources, material, driver, software that you may need, okay. If possible, enter the CMOS setup and record the information available, okay. And then disassemble in major is a major surgery to do a full backup of the system, or just in case if you have files, no. Then take inventory before you start. So make sure you have the following components found in your system unit. So you have the motherboard, of course you have the CPU, which is the brain of your unit, your computer. Then you have the heatsink and the fan, okay, SMPS, and then the hard drive, the room, and so on and so forth, okay. So those are the things that you are going to take note, especially when you're going to open your system unit. Okay, so those are the things that you need to remember before you're going to start assembling and disassembling of your computer unit. Okay, so thank you everyone, and have a nice day.